welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today I'm here to talk about all the books I read in January, and I know this video is coming at you a little bit late, so let's just get on to the books. So the first book I read in January was Little Woman by Louise May Alcott. This is actually the first ever classic that I properly read. I remember reading passages from Charles Dickens when I was in school, but I've never actually finished any of the books. So yeah, this was the first time for me. So in this one, we follow the March sisters as they come of age. We got Meg, Jo, Beth and Amy, and they couldn't be more different. However, they always rely on each other as their father is at war and their mother has to work to support the family. Like I said, this is a coming of age story, so there wasn't much of a plot going on. It was just, about their lives and what they wanted to be and how, that all came about. Now, I give this one 3 stars. I know a lot of people love this book and I understand why. I just don't think it was for me. I couldn't connect to any of the sisters to start with, which are obviously the main characters, so it took a lot from the story to me, because to me, characters are the most important thing. I'm a very character-driven person, so to me it was very important that I can connect with characters. And in this case, I really didn't. I felt like they were very, very annoying at times, most of the time, to be honest. And I know they're all very young, and I get that, but I just couldn't connect to them. Certain things that they say and did, I would not react the way that they did, or say some things that they did, stuff like that. And also the romance between the sisters and the correspondent love interest were all very bland. I feel like there was no chemistry there, and it was all just very rushed. The author was just trying to get them all, on the same stage by the end of the book, and it didn't feel natural at all. However, like I said, I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't horrible. I think it just wasn't for me. Maybe it's because I'm not used to the genre as well. Like I said, this is my first classic, so maybe it's just going to take some getting used to. But yeah. Then I read War's Torn by Victoria Aveyard. This is the 4th and I believe the last installment in the Red Queen series. In the first book, we follow Mare, and Mare is a red blood in a world where red bloods are meant to be servants and obedient to the Silvers, which are royalty and have abilities to control elements and stuff like that. Only problem is Mare finds out that she herself has an ability of her own, even though she's a red blood. So obviously when Silvers find out, they're not very happy about that, and the story just goes from there. Now, I completely adored this series up until this book. It hurts to say this, but I feel like this book just ruined the series for me. It didn't ruin the series, but it was so long for no reason. It dragged on for so long, and then it was all very meh. It was all very underwhelming. Some characters were just very annoying, and then there was this POV that wasn't needed at all, and I just didn't care for it. There was no point for that person's to have a POV, and it just took away from the story because I didn't care about that person. I honestly, I didn't care. I would rather have someone else have that POV, the villain, for example, or other side characters, not the one that we got. And also, the ending was just very underwhelming again. I don't know. It was a fine conclusion, it was satisfying enough, but it was just very meh. So yeah, I am very sad. Like I said, I adored the Red Queen series. I was one of the few people that actually liked it, because I know many people didn't like the Red Queen first book when it came out, and I can understand why. It's got a lot of tropes and stuff like that, but I really, really enjoyed it, and the other 2 books as well. And then there's this one. I gave it 3 stars, and it should be a 2.5 kind of thing, but because I love the series so much and it's got such a special place in my heart, I had to give it, I gave it a 3. I'm being generous, okay? I didn't want to give it 2. I felt too harsh, because again, it wasn't a bad book and the ending was kind of satisfying. It just wasn't what I expected and what I wanted. My expectations maybe were a bit too high, I don't know. but it just didn't do it for me. Then I reread Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince in preparation for Chain of Gold coming out in March. I feel like I'm saying this in all my recent videos, but yeah. So I reread them. In the first book we follow Tessa Gray, and she thinks her life is very normal, very simple, until she gets a letter from a brother to go live with her in London. And there she gets kidnapped by these very strange women that she later finds out are actually warlocks, and that Tessa herself has a power that she did not know. She ends up being rescued by the Shadowhunters and ends up seeking refuge with them and staying with them, and she just learns that world isn't at all what she thought it was. She discovers a whole new world within our world. So yeah, I absolutely love these books. If this is your first time watching my channel, hi, I'm obsessed with Cassandra Clare and everything that she writes. If you're not new, then you know this already. But yeah, if you haven't read these books, what are you waiting for? Go read them. They're the best. I love them. Okay. Next up, we've got The Crown and the Hair by Kiera Cass. These are the last two installments in the Selection series. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I like these two more than the original three in the Selection series. I know most people say that these like ruined the series and stuff, but I absolutely adore these books. I gave The Hair 4 stars and then The Crown 5 stars. Like I said, I'm a very character-driven person, and Adeline, or I don't know how to say her name, but the main character was just amazing. She was absolutely incredible in the character growth that she goes through. Oh my god. She starts off at this like bratty little teenager that doesn't want to like get involved with anyone, and even her family. She's like, nope, I'm by myself, it's fine, like don't care about anyone. And then by the end of the story, she's like this grown woman, and she's so much more down to earth and connected to people. It was amazing to see. And also the love interest, oh my god. Oh my god. Also, most of the boys from the Selection were very interesting in their own ways. If you know what this series is about, this two in specific follows the daughter of the two from the previous trilogy. So if you haven't read that one, maybe go read that one first. But yeah, so Adeline is a princess, and she's kind of forced to host a selection in which 28 boys, I believe, 20 something boys go into the castle, and then she has to pick one by the end. It's like The Bachelor, but with royalty kind of thing. It's great. It's amazing. If you're looking for something very quick and fun to read, these are the ones to go to. I read, I think, The Hair in like 2 sittings, and then The Crown, I read it literally in 1 sitting. I listened to the audiobook, and I literally listened to the whole thing like non-stop. I kept trying to find things to do so I could keep listening to it. So yeah. The next one I have is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So in this one we follow Alina Starkov, and she is an orphan, and she is a soldier in the war that's going on. And also she's about to cross the Shadowfold, which is known to kill most people that cross it. Most people that go in there don't ever come back alive. So she's obviously very reluctant to cross the Shadowfold. During the crossing, her regiment is attacked by these creatures, and she ends up discovering that she's got this hidden power that she didn't know about. And not only does she have this power, but this power can actually destroy the Shadowfold and destroy the most powerful Grisha that there is. Grisha are people with like powers and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this is about. This has been around for years. I'm quite late to the train, but I do really want to read it, especially now with the adaptation coming out. So I read this one. At first I gave it 3 stars, but then I couldn't stop thinking about it. I don't know what it was. Like, maybe it's the characters. I really connected to the characters. Even though the love interest, I think it's gonna be the love interest for the rest of the series. I didn't really like him that much, but like, it's fine. We can deal. But yeah, so I gave it 3 at first, and then I pumped it up to a 4 because, again, I couldn't think about it, and I'm so excited to get to the next one. And while I was reading, I was very eager to keep reading so I could find out what was gonna happen next, and I was always intrigued, so I think it definitely deserves the 4 stars. I think when I gave it 3 I was being a bit harsh, so yeah. Also, I forgot to say, I read this for the Time Turner book club, which is also by Anna Francesca. I will leave her channel down below and up there somewhere, so you can go check her out. And if you want to join the club, then you're more than welcome. It's fun over there. So yeah. And last but not least, I read Feminists, Don't Wear Pink and Other Lies by Scarlett Curtis. This one here is a collection of essays from different women around the world and about what feminism is to them and how it impacts their lives, and all about what feminism is to begin with and how it affects people in general. I really love this one. I think it was very informative and very eye-opening in some ways. There was a lot of facts in here that I didn't know, and I found myself connecting to all these women in some ways, ones more than others, but like I feel like in every essay there was something that I took from it, something to connect with. So I think this is a very important read for all women out there, and even men. It even explains here, you know, feminism is not just for women, it's about equality and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to read some more books regarding feminism. And yeah, like I said, if you haven't read this book, then I highly recommend you do. I gave it 5 stars, really enjoyed it. Also, one of my goals for 2020 was to read more non-fiction. This is actually helping me with that goal as well, and if I end up reading more books like this, then that'll also help. So overall, I think I had a great reading month. I read 8 books in total, and they were all very different from each other, and they were mostly very good. So yeah, let me know down below how your month went. Let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought of them. Chat to me down in the comments. I will leave my Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz down below, so you can chat to me on there as well. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye!